This is Ben, Liam and Belle on Nova.
G'day there, podcaster.
Yeah, welcome to Caesium 137. How were you saying it in the pod? Caesium.
Caesium, I believe.
Caesium.
And then, someone, I mean, it's in the podcast, you'll hear it, but then someone called up and corrected me.
Yeah. And, yeah, it does suck being corrected. I know you don't like being corrected, Ben, but I mean...
Oh, that doesn't bother me that specific, because like, no one knows that.
It's out of your ball game, isn't it? Like, no one really knows, unless you, like, are really good with elements and that sort of radioactive materials.
Well, the amount of times, like, I was working behind the scenes for years for you guys and answering the phones, and the amount of times you would say stuff on air, and you'd say it wrong or whatever, and then I'd get calls from people correcting you, and then I have to go, yes, no, I know they said it wrong, and then I'd tell you, and you go, ooh, I don't care if I said it wrong.
Well, I mean...
What do you want to do? Like, apologise every time something's said wrong?
Yeah, but then you do that thing where you'd come back on air and then say it purposely really strongly the way that I said to say it and look at me. Like, I'm like, well, it's not for me.
Yeah.
It's for all the listeners in the cars.
It's for all the people in Narn calling up going, hey, what is the place in the hills in Adelaide? Nan.
But it's spelt Narn.
No, it's not. Do you want to go off how
I would
things
say
are spelled?
Narn.
Yeah, I do,
then
Belle, because they're spelt a certain way.
Yeah.
Okay, what about the word thought?
What about it?
Well, you're going to say that, how it's spelt?
How's it spelt?
Felt.
Oh, God,
Felt.
Ben.
Thou thou'lt not steal.
No, it's spelt like thaugut.
Faggot. Oh. Enjoy the pod.
Be very careful. Tell you what, I got excited for the Oz Open men's final last night, and then I was going to watch the whole thing. I got very tired because I go to bed at like 7:30. And then I'm glad that I went to bed when I did, because it turns out to be a very boring game.
Well, it's kind of like that thing when a TV show ends and you're like, oh, yeah, that's how I thought it was going to end. Like, there was no surprises. I mean, Novak showing a bit of emotion, though, after winning his 10th Australian Open. Incredible.
Yeah, true. He did show a bit of emotion, but, I mean, we just all moved on from the fact that he was like the worst guy on the planet 2 years ago.
we moved on
and then
when
everyone goes, oh, how brilliant is he? And we're back. It's like a whole different lifetime.
That happened when he touched down, though. Remember? Those photos of him at the airport. Everyone's like, yay, he's here! Like, we were over it before he won his 10th one.
Yeah, because sport trumps medical history.
Well, this is true.
Trump's pandemic.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
It's sport. Well, just look
Hell
at
of an athlete.
Look at like half the AFL commentary team. Like, do you know what I mean?
I was watching Novak play last night, and I was just looking at his legs. He's got like legs like a horse.
Powerful.
He is
powerful,
built
man.
like a horse, that guy.
Sabalenka obviously taking out the win as well. And let's not forget about Rinky and Jason, the Aussies who won the doubles. Don't laugh.
I did forget.
It's still a big deal to win the doubles. Obviously, this is the second year in a row because the Special K boys did it last time.
What was the final score, Liam?
Wouldn't be able to tell you, Belle, but I was happy for them.
I do know what they get paid, though. I saw an article yesterday. I don't know if this is more or less than I thought, because I never actually thought about it.
This is the doubles.
This is the doubles, and I'm assuming they have to split this. If you win the doubles, you win $600,000.
Oh, that's so sad.
What's
How
good?
much-
That's
It's
pretty
good
good.
coin, but I mean, compared to like taking out the
Didn't
singles.
Novak won something like $3 million?
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, but he did it all alone on his horse legs.
yeah. He didn't need Rinky next to him, you know.
It's time to stop putting off your trips and start celebrating summer with an amazing getaway.
Whatif.com has all kinds of accommodation options all around Oz.
Check him out on the What If app.
What if it's Aussie for travel?
Ben, Belle, I went for a walk through Toorak over the weekend. It's one of my favourite pastimes, to go to like the richest suburb. You look up like, most expensive suburb, and then you walk around, walk the dog, look at all the big houses. Pretend you invested in Bitcoin or on that good old money for a while. And I tell you what, I can see what all the fuss is about. Beautiful suburb, leafy green streets, giant houses. A lot of them have gates to keep the poor people out. I don't know why it's so heavily guarded. I suppose they've got nice stuff. But, have you been before, Ben?
To Toorak?
Yeah.
I've driven, through it.
Everyone has, a Mercedes. It's just, this unreal world of mansions.
Yeah.
Belle probably wouldn't put your nose out of joint when you grew up in Camberwell and went to
I've
MLC.
had my fair share of direct days. Yeah, I had a few friends that live there.
I'm sure, pool parties and that stuff. Dad's bringing his chopper in for the weekend. He's going to give us rides. We didn't grow up like that. So it was nice sort of walking around. The other thing I noticed, all the houses have names. It's a real rich person thing to do, to name your house Elysian.
Yeah. Or
something like that. I saw one place with Chateau L'Avenir on the gates, and I Google translated it, and in English it means Castle the Future. How wanky How wanky to put that on gates. Imagine if regular people named their houses.
Yeah.
Like instead of Portofino or Renaissance, it was just like Dean. like this is Shadow Charlene.
Yeah.
This is my house. You definitely named your house. Did you name your house, Belle?
You've been to my house. You saw
It
the
has a
plaque.
name?
Yeah, it's got a plaque at the front.
What's it called?
Oh my God! It's got a plaque out the front.
Belle's on name house money.
That's another.
Did you
level
put it? Did you
of
put it
wank.
on? Did you
No.
put it on yourself?
No, it was built in the 1920s and it got named then.
But nice. Only nice houses did. Like
See-
I don't think the crappy houses in the
Yeah.
1920s got names.
I'm dying to know what your house was named.
So, few things to the name is so it's called Parkview as one
Okay,
word
yeah.
because it used to face directly into the park and now we've got houses on the other side of the street.
Gross.
But it's spelt it's one word, Parkvieu.
Yeah.
Parkview.
Bugview.
So it's not just
God,
like
Bill.
this is my house, Brett. Is it? Like it's it's once again it's a wanky name.
It's very elitist.
It's 6:10. Hallelujah, it's 6:10.
And a fun fact for those playing along at home: next month. February. 28 days, Bill.
That's nice.
Short, bit of a
Ben.
shorter one.
Shorter one, so don't waste it.
Yeah.
Riveting. Fifi and Glen Iris, good morning. How was your weekend?
Great. How was yours?
Oh, not too bad, Fifi.
Excellent.
It's not Fifi Box, is it?
No,
No, just-
and it's Suzie, but that's okay.
Okay, well that's more of
Not
a,
even close.
it's more of a producer issue. And they will be severely punished. They will. I promise you, Susie. I promise you of that.
It's all good.
Well, let's kick into the quiz. It's a big night for Aussie TV with Maths, Idol, and Survivor all starting. What are you going to be watching?
I hate to say it, but maths.
Ooh, you like a bit of
Oh, I
drama, do
know.
you, Suze? Okay.
I love the topic again.
Novak Djokovic won the Oz Open last night. He's now won 22 Grand Slam titles. Which other male tennis player has won 22 Grand Slam titles?
Rafael Nadal.
Yeah, good.
Bang.
It's back to school day today. In which month do the next school holidays start?
April.
Famous cleaner Marie Kondo has revealed she is over tidying up and her house is now a big mess. What streaming service was tidying up with Marie Kondo on?
YouTube?
Oh,
Netflix.
you were doing so well,
I
Fifi.
mean, yeah.
Damn.
And also,
That's
it
okay.
probably did pop up on YouTube at some
I
point.
suppose so.
Yeah,
I
but it
suppose
wasn't
so.
streaming on YouTube.
Oh, we'll move on, Susie. Thanks for calling. Natalie, in Crib Point, how's your weekend?
Good. How about yours?
Yeah, not too bad. Do you know what Marie Kondo's show was on?
No, I actually don't.
Oh.
Stab in the Dark?
Channel 7?
It wasn't Channel 7. No.
See, the thing is, if you listen to what Susie said before,
Yeah, there might have been a little clue in there, that's for sure. Jake, do you know the answer? What streaming service Marie Kondo's show was on?
I think it's on Netflix.
That's the one. Harry Styles, pants ripped in front of fans at a gig on the weekend. Lucky people in the front row. Can you finish these lyrics?
Just let me adore you.
Stuff, Jake. Good stuff. You are in the draw for Nova's free for 23, so make sure you answer your phone, okay? If you get a call a little bit later on the Savo from Caesium and Joel. You also get to pick the next song we play. So do you want to hear this one this morning? Get the acoustic guitar out, you know?
I feel like we got two kind of slower starts to the day today because it's that one or a bit of the Fray.
Good Monday vibes, I reckon.
Yeah, just easing into the week. What's it going to be, Jake?
Oh, look, I'm thinking I'm definitely going to have to go for the first one, guys.
How bizarre.
Really?
How bizarre. Okay, well, it's Nova 100. Thanks for calling, Jake. You are
No
here.
worries, you guys.
No worries.
Have a great day.
No, all good.
See you,
All good.
Jake.
No, I did throw it out to you, so
Yeah.
I can't be angry if you cut me off.
Liam Bell, a bizarre 1 in 100 year event has happened in Western Australia. This is an absolutely crazy story. So a radioactive capsule that's 8 millimeters long, it's smaller than a 10-cent piece, has been lost in Western Australia. It's like something out of a comic book, okay? So it's called, I believe I'm saying this right, Caesium 137 is the name of this thing.
Yeah, that's superhero stuff, isn't it?
Literally. Caesium 137. It's a capsule. So the best way to describe it is that it looks like a silver Panadol tablet, or like one of those little batteries you put in the back of a watch.
Oh.
That's how small this thing is. So it's commonly used in the mining industry, and it was being transported from one location to another. Something like a 100-kilometre stretch of road, it could have gone missing. So it's somehow fallen out of the truck. It's unbelievable. That's why they're saying it's a 1 in 100-year event, because it's under lock and key. It's like locked up in a box.
I like the
That's
driver's
sus.
like, well, this only happens every 100 years.
Well, they reckon...
Such a shame.
They reckon what happened was, and this doesn't really add up to me, but they reckon because the box is like bolted into the back of a truck. And so they reckon during transport, it's somehow come loose and then fallen through one of the bolt holes.
No.
And then rolled out of the truck, and it's on the
No.
side of the road somewhere.
No, I'm getting like Breaking Bad vibes. Someone's come on the truck.
Yeah.
They know what power it holds. They've jumped in. They've ridden the truck for a bit, unscrewed it, thrown it to their mate. It's a hijack.
What happens though? I mean, why would you want that? Don't you just die if you touch it?
Yeah, so authorities have urged the public to keep their distance if they were to find it. If you stand 1 metre away from this little Caesium 137, it would be the equivalent of receiving 17 chest x-rays at a time.
That'd fry you. You'd want to make sure you have that little plate that they give you for your balls on. Otherwise, you're in trouble.
It's crazy powerful, so you shouldn't go anywhere near it if you do happen to find it. It went missing on January 11th. It only got reported on January 25th.
Yeah, why are we hearing about this? This little, this thing that'll die. You'll die if you touch it, like within the day. Why are we finding out about that now? Also, to be fair though, to just pump the brakes, it's out in the middle of the bush. Like the odds of someone stumbling across it are very slim. At least it's not in a heavily populated area.
Not if it's on the side of the road, though.
It's needle in a haystack.
It is. What if someone pulls over, though, to like do a wee and
Or even worse, if we end up with radioactive mutant roadkill.
Yeah.
Like, wombats don't die if you hit them with a car before they've got superpowers. We're all doomed if they start, chewing on that thing.
This morning, I would love to do remarkable lost and found, because they're trying to find this thing.
So they are actively trying to, are they just all walking in a line along this stretch of road?
I do have my hopes they'll find it, though, because they're not using their eyes to find it. They're using those radio graphs. So basically they can can basically walk down the street, and when they do get near it, it'll start to ping off.
Well,
so they
went missing, over 10 days ago?
Yeah.
They're not going
Well, if they're doing one of those police lines, everyone will just collapse at the same time. Like, we found it. Let's bring group 2 in.
Remarkable lost and found, 13/24/10. Did you lose something and then you found it? We got a friend with a great story. It was their mum, and they were gardening. I think it was 15 years ago. Lost the wedding ring. And then 15 years later, they were doing the gardening again, pulled a carrot out, and the ring was grown around the carrot. The carrot was grown around the ring.
It was a 5-carat ring.
It was.
It was, Belle.
Very good. No, but
welcome.
that's insane,
Yeah.
right? Like a carrot.
That's very cool.
A carrot grew on the ring.
Yep.
Sue joins us now in Port Melbourne. Sue, what did you find?
Good morning. I lost one of my diamond studs in a massive resort pool over in Thailand. We had the scuba diver lessons happening in the pool, so all the instructors got in with their gear, and I suppose half the resort who was sitting by the pool also got in and found the diamond stud at the bottom of the pool.
That's
nice.
impressive, because it's like when I used to wear glasses, and when you drop them in the pool, they're almost impossible to find because everything's so hard to see in the water.
Yeah, teamwork makes the dream work. Karen joins us now in Dalesford. What did you find?
My husband's wedding ring. We lost it for about 3 months. We didn't think we'd ever find it. So we were looking to buy a new one, and it was in the couch.
Whereabouts in the couch?
It was down the side. There was like a panel. We've got a king furniture one where you can pull up the side of it, and it was in that side part of it. So, he kept taking his ring off because it was not fitting well, and I kept saying to him, you'll lose it, and we lost it for 3 months. So.
Yeah, right. I was going to say, he didn't just wake up one morning and realise it wasn't on. He used to take it off all the time. because it didn't fit.
Look, these have been okay so far.
You're a bit suspicious there, Belle.
I've heard it all before.
Yeah, just lost it in this couch. Don't know why. Look, these have all been good so far, but I want one to be remarkable. You know, like one found in the couch, I would expect it to be there.
Yeah.
You knew it was in the pool.
It wasn't the sea. Let's say that.
That's it. Emma from Lily, would you say this is a remarkable lost and found?
Look, I'd say it was because, like, we were pretty shocked.
Okay, all right. I'm ready.
All right, so when we were little, we got a bunny rabbit for Easter, the typical thing, and it escaped from its cage, and we looked around for about 2 days, and at the time we lived, like, out in the bush, so, you know, if we were going to find it, it wasn't going to happen.
Yep.
It was going to be dead or something like that. And about 10, 11 months later, we were leaving for school early one morning, and we looked up the road, and there it was, sitting in the middle of the road, and we called it, and it hopped its way down to us, and it was fine. It was healthy. It had been eating. It was not injured at all, and we were so shocked.
And it was definitely your rabbit.
It was definitely our rabbit. It had all the same markings. Like, we got the pictures out, and we were having a look at it, and it was exactly the same. And it even came when we called its name.
Wow.
We were, like, so shocked.
That's pretty good, Emma. I'm looking at Liam's face. I don't think he thinks it's remarkable.
I mean, Emma, it's very good, but I mean,
It's a year later.
it's very good. It's very good, but remarkable is a special word that we save for things that are truly remarkable.
Because what happened there was the rabbit escaped. It obviously liked living in the country, and it's just lived there for 12 months, and then they saw the rabbit.
Damn it! I'm back to the prison with the kids again. They put makeup on me. I enjoyed my free-range rabbit life.
Good morning, Melbourne.
You know how you see a headline sometimes, and you're like, nah, that's not real. And then you see the photos, and you're like, oh wow, that is real. Well, that's exactly the feeling I had this morning. You might have it too. Eric Andre, the comedian. You'd know his face if you Googled him. If you're a little younger and you like Adult Swim stuff, he's a very funny, obscure comedian.
He looks
from
like
America.
Red Foo.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
I googled him this morning. I was like, oh yeah, it's just American Red Foo. No, Red Foo is American.
Don't think he looks like Red Foo, but definitely give him a Google because he's not the kind of person that would be dating
Em Rata. Possibly one of the most beautiful people in the world.
It doesn't make sense when you see them together.
And look, I'm sure he's a really nice guy. Very funny. They just don't look like they would be a couple, ever.
But we're in the Pete Davidson age. This is what happens. You know, she hung out with Pete Davidson for a bit.
Yeah.
Eric is a comedian. He's a bit, like, obscure. You wouldn't think it. And then
What
bam.
a win. What a win for the schlubs of the world.
Yeah.
Hey, don't worry about it. Don't worry. If you're heading to the gym early this morning, don't worry about it.
Turn around.
Just think of some gags, just have a better conversation.
Yeah.
That's the era we're in at the moment.
On Saturday, I met an absolute Melbourne icon. I cannot believe it. I'm still pinching myself. I got on my tram, my number 70, and I was on my way into Richmond, and I was going to meet up with some friends, and the tram was kind of quiet. It was like, the afternoon, and hopped on, and as soon as I got on, over the speaker, I heard, "Welcome to the Tramily."
Are we talking about the happiest driver guy?
We're talking about Bruce.
Oh,
Bruce,
yeah.
Melbourne's happiest / most talkative tram driver. Now, he has been rumoured to be driving my 70, 75 lines for a while. I never got him. Now, because I've just moved back, I thought surely I won't get him this early on. I did. He starts talking about his childhood. He starts talking about how he grew up in Tassie over the speaker. It's only me and like 3 other people, but everyone takes their AirPods out. It kind of brings together everybody on the tram.
Now, Belle, as somebody who hasn't grown up in Melbourne myself, hearing this, that sounds horrible.
No, I
that sounds god-awful.
I've seen the videos.
There's a tram driver chatting to you about his life in Tasmania.
You can choose not to listen, but
can you? Because if he's blasting it over the PA,
I don't know. I think it sounds cool, Belle. I would.
I don't know what cool is then.
I would like to be a part of the Tramily. I must admit, it's just feeling a part of something, It's a community thing. People love that guy.
They do. He's so fantastic because what he does is he just keeps talking. He'll just keep going. And people are running for the tram as he pulls into a stop and he goes, "Ooh, should I let them on or should I let them stay?" And then they get on and he goes, "Ooh, almost didn't let you on." It's all a bit of fun.
Sure, he'd have his regulars. He'd have his bits. I mean, if you caught the tram every day, you'd go, "You've done this one before, Bruce."
Every stop is "Welcome to the Tramily."
Okay,
after stop 5.
That's more his catchphrase, though. That's the line that you remember him by.
Am I missing something with the Tramily?
welcome to the family, the tramily.
Oh, okay, yeah, I didn't get that.
You
Okay,
didn't
it's
get
so
that?
basic.
I didn't get that, no.
That seems like a very easy thing.
So he's like saying like we're one big tramily.
Yes, yes,
God,
correct.
that's lame.
And I did a little bit of what I assume you would do in this situation, Liam. I thought, you know what? I'll take my chance to meet the man.
Why not, you
yeah,
know?
It's rare. I got Bruce, so I went up to his window, and of course, you never speak to the tram driver while the tram is moving, but we did our little time stop where he had to make up 3 minutes. So he said, guys, we're just going to sit here for a bit because I'm running early. So I went up and I introduced myself and said, look, it's a pleasure to meet you, and I'm so excited to have you as my driver. He was flattered and then said, oh, tell me about you. What do you do? So I said, oh, well, I'm actually on the radio and I work at Nova. And I was about to ask, hey, like, would you ever want to come on? And then he automatically over the speaker pushed his button down and said, well, guys, to the whole tram.
Oof.
We're all very blessed today. We're joined by Belle from Nova. And I was like, oh, God, please, no, please
Don't
stop.
do that.
And by this point, we're in Richmond and it's packed full of people going to the tennis.
God.
So everyone's looking at me. And then I panicked and sat down in the first seat I could find, which happened to be a priority seat. And then an old lady came on and I'm
whiz.
stressing. So then everyone's kind of looking at me like, oh, here we go. Belle from Nova's taken up this old lady's seat. But then the worst thing happened is I kind of spoke to him a little bit more, and then I got off at my stop right outside like the corner hotel where it's just like bustling on the street. It's packed. And Bruce then used the speaker over the outside of the tram to broadcast to all of Swan Street. If you're not listening to Belle Jackson on Nova between 6 and 9 every morning, what are you doing with your life? And everybody stopped and just stared at me. And then I was like, well, this is just the worst thing ever. So I tried to brush it off and just
Hang on.
went inside.
So there's outdoor speaker. He blasted it outside the tram, outside of the tramily.
Yes,
Oh,
outside,
God.
yes, the speaker that they used to say, move your car, or you're in the way of the tram, or whatever. He used that to broadcast to all of Swan Street. But you know what? Still love him.
So
Still would like to have him on the show. If he wants to come
You
on.
said you spoke to him to come on the show. Have you got him?
No.
Couldn't get him.
You couldn't get Bruce,
Yeah.
the leader of the tram,
Also,
to come on
Belle,
this show.
I love a chat more than most people, but I couldn't see myself knocking on the glass going, excuse me, sir, I'm on Nova. A recent study has come out and found that men spend, on average, 7 hours a year hiding on the toilet for peace and quiet. I don't know about you, Ben, but I think that's chump numbers.
I was just about to say that.
I was gonna say,
seems like less than I'm spending on
I
that.
do about 7 hours a week, I reckon. Do you hide on the toilet, Belle?
I don't do it to hide, but I do just sit for a
Well,
bit.
sometimes you just need a bit of me time, don't you? I'm a classic for it. It's like, can you help out with this? I'm like, yeah, sure, just gotta go to the toilet and watch a movie. Lol.
See, this is the thing. Ben, you are about to welcome your first child into the world. You're going to be the worst for just going and just hiding in the toilet, I
Yeah,
feel.
even without a kid, I'm just hiding in there
And it's like,
to get away from my wife for a bit.
literally, it's like, what are you even hiding from, really?
Oh,
Like, you got a
yeah.
great relationship, but sometimes you just need a bit of...
Well, you know, like I got a game on my phone, for example, called Survivor.io, right? But if I play that around her, she'll be like, "What are you doing?" I can't focus.
It's funny.
on the game.
I think it happens to all like ages as well. Like there's this checkers game that my dad plays on his phone, and my dad would go to the toilet for like hours,
Yeah.
and then Mum's like, "You on that effing game?" Like whenever I'm over, he'll just because exactly right. He'll get in trouble for playing his checkers
No, is it
game.
only when you're over?
So my breakdown
maybe.
is, right, when I play this Survivor game, right, it takes 15 minutes to finish a game, and I play 2 games, so that's half an hour, and I go twice a
What
day.
does Sam do?
So that's an hour a day. So
It's an hour a day.
At least 7 hours a week.
Yeah.
So these guys doing measly on average 7 hours a year. I mean, what are they really doing
Hang on,
themselves?
so what's 7 times 52? 364 hours. Wow, that's 364 hours a year.
That's time that you've
divided
lost.
by 24. That's 15 days on the toilet.
That is precious time with your wife that you have
Yeah.
lost.
There's 23 hours I spend with her.
You got to be careful. You're going to get some bum issues after. If you spend 15 days, like a year, sort of sitting but not doing anything,
Yeah.
not pushing, you're going to start getting some problems
Yeah.
there at some stage. Where do you hide for a bit of peace and quiet? You know, maybe you're taking it further than the toilet. Maybe you're just going for a drive somewhere just to watch some stuff on your phone.
Another good one is the shed. If I go to the shed, I get left alone.
Yeah.
It's a
What are
great
you doing
space.
there? Just stand in the corner and wait?
Again, Belle.
No.
Survivor.io.
Sorry, what is this game?
My-
Are you shooting zombies or something?
Yeah.
My fiancée Sarah would know something's up if I went to the shed. She'd be pretty worried. I don't think I've ever... Our
Especially
shed's pretty empty. There's
your
not
shed is-
many tools in there.
Your shed is tiny.
It's super tiny.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not super tall. What am I, like 181 centimetres?
Yeah.
And it's like about at neck height. Like, I have to, like, it's one of those little, like, cool urban courtyard ones. Belle, does your partner hide?
I don't think he does.
That's
but...
because he's doing a good job of it.
He's good at it.
He's probably saying he's going to work or something, but he's playing on his phone somewhere.
I guess if he goes, I'm going to go out and like just go to the garage, I wouldn't follow him.
Yeah.
So I guess and then if I go to the laundry, he's not going to follow me. So we've got places that we wouldn't follow each other to, but that's it.
It's not even that you necessarily don't like being around your partner. It's just you need some time to not talk about anything. You need some time.
Shut away from the entire world,
Yep.
you know? Ian, in Werribee, where are you hiding?
I hide normally up in a shipping container.
Okay.
That's just on your roof or
Yeah.
where's that?
I've got two, one on top of the other, and I've got a ladder there which no one can climb.
Awesome.
Ian,
lovely.
you sound a bit sus.
It's
Yeah.
lovely.
Well, no, Ian, I mean, it sounds like a good setup. What do you got in that shipping container?
I actually I'm trying to make jewellery. I'm trying to learn how to make jewellery, so...
Ian, have you got a partner and kids, or are you single?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got a wife and a fair few kids, so, yeah.
Got to get away from somehow, mate. None of those kids got no chance getting into that second shipping container. Way too high for them.
Making jewellery in a backyard shipping container. I don't know about Ian.
Doug joins. He sounds fine. Doug joins us now. Good morning, Doug. Where do you hide for a bit of peace and quiet?
I'm hiding at the moment at my mother's house. So she's overseas at the moment, so I'm house sitting. Watching the dogs. However, we've got a big family, so we've all got someone feeding the dogs and whatnot, but I just go there, peace and quiet, watch a bit of Netflix, do a bit of eat, just chill out.
And so, Doug, you have like a family at another house?
I'm recently married, so just the wifey.
Sounds like things are going well. Well, I hope you're enjoying that free house. Maybe have a few of the guys over for a bit of a party.
Marcel in Greenvale, where are you hiding to for a bit of peace and quiet?
Oh, look, I work for myself, self-employed. So during the day, if I and bored and want a bit of time myself, I'll just get a fish rod and go to a local lake or get in a boat and just do half a day's fishing. To be honest,
sick.
Wow.
So people think you're working, but you're just out catching fish.
Yeah,
nice.
Yeah, that's the beauty about being self-employed, I guess.
Bloody oath.
Is the business going well though, Marcel, or are you just spending all your days fishing?
No, I do plenty of work also.
Okay.
Sure. Michaela and Sunbury, last caller. Where do you hide for peace and quiet?
I just turn the shower on and I hide in the bathroom and sit on the floor on my phone.
On the floor.
Not great for water waste, but it is also, obviously a very smart way of hiding. It's all right. I'm nervous too. Chrissie Swan is in the studio.
Oh, God, don't be silly. Can you hear me?
Morning.
I've been doing phone interviews all over the Novas this morning, and this is the only one that I really believe is going to go to air because I'm here in person.
Yes.
I wouldn't put all your trust in Ben, to be honest. I really wouldn't.
Well, look, huge news. The Chrissie Swan Show kicking off 2 p.m. today. Are you excited, Chrissie?
I am. I've been really nervous because, when you have a big break from... Well, you didn't have a break this year. You've been working straight through.
Yeah.
When you have a big break from radio, from any job, really, you forget that you can do it. So I've been a ball of anxiety, but I sort of mid-afternoon yesterday, I went numb and I was like, oh no, this is good. This is better than anxiety. I think I can do this.
I feel like I'm living through you right now, but can you just remind me what sleep-ins are like?
Oh my God, it's so good. I hate to tell you this. Because you've been doing breakfast for a long time, obviously not here in Melbourne, but, a long time previously. Everybody's obsessed with sleep.
Oh, yeah.
And you're asked about it all the time when you work in a basically shift work like we do. Did your body clock go straight back to normal every weekend? Because mine did.
Yeah, because it's so unnatural to be getting up I get up at 3:30. It's so unnatural that your body doesn't go, well, that's the new norm. It just goes, I'm going to sleep till 9 or 10 a.m.
Yes. So I've been getting up at about 6:30, which people think is still early.
Yeah.
But we know.
That's
we know here in the
Chrissie,
Coven. That means Luxurious.
You're missing the first half an hour of the show every morning. I mean, what a shame. We should start doing some better stuff before 6:30. So
I'll
Chris
set
can
my
listen
alarm.
in.
I'll set my alarm.
And like you've it's good because you've unplugged from radio a little bit. I mean, been following you on the socials. It looks like you've travelled the world. I mean, you went to America and Japan?
Yes, I did.
I love that.
So we finished up the breakfast show on the Friday, and I flew to Tokyo the next morning with Jamie Rowe, who's obviously also on this station, and he's one of my best friends for 20 years. And we had a beautiful time in Tokyo, and then I flew home and packed completely differently and took all my kids to America, and it was incredible. But I'm really glad to be back at work.
Yeah.
I really am. It's just like mumming is great, but I just missed a conversation with someone I hadn't given birth to.
Yes.
And so I'm thrilled. I haven't given birth to anybody in this studio. I'm really excited to see you guys.
Well, what is the plan for conversations in your show? What's the plan for, are you just having guests rolling in? Is it just you?
We're going to have some guests. It's basically just me crapping on about shit I've bought, shit I've cooked, shit I find funny, shit that makes me mad.
That should be the
That's
segment.
it.
Like it's 2:00. It's time for shit I cooked.
Yeah.
And remember, shit I saw in the next half hour.
Actually, I better write all this down.
Yeah, this is good stuff.
This is good stuff. No, that's all it's going to be. That's all it's going to
nice.
be. Yeah.
Speaking of shit that you do,
Yeah.
the Peninsula Film Festival.
Yes, I'm going down this weekend. It's a great event. It's the first time that I'm on the judging panel, and I'm incredibly honoured to be involved. It's a gorgeous festival. Get down to the Mornington Peninsula. It's like tickets are less than $10, and it's all at the foreshore there, and it's beautiful. And I'm going to be there, and fabulous other people like Lockie Hume and Michaela Bannis are going to be there. So come down. It's going to be fun.
Well, Chrissie Swan, you were obviously doing this show for a hell of a long time. 7 years, I believe,
Yes.
in this exact time slot. So people are very familiar
Yes.
with your lovely voice this morning. Is there any advice for some young whippersnappers sort of just starting out on Over 100? This is our 7th week or something like that.
No, do you know what? Roll with it. The listeners are fabulous.
Yeah.
Talk to them as much as you can, and just enjoy Melbourne. This is the best city on earth. And the whole time I was away, I was just like, I can't wait to get back to the trams and the buildings and the coffee and the food. I mean, we've just got the best of everything here, and get amongst it. That's my advice. Get amongst it.
Get amongst it.
Yeah.
We'll certainly get amongst it. While we've got you as well, it might end up being in your segment later, shit I cooked or shit I ate, I don't know.
Yeah,
But
shit that made me cranky.
this
Shit
is true.
that made me laugh.
This is true.
Yeah.
I was speaking to Jamie. He's your dear friend,
Yes.
and he works here. I don't even know if we can talk about it on the radio, but I don't know if you tried it as well, but he said there was a particular delicacy which is ripe at that time of year in Japan. Did you try it as well?
You're talking about cod sperm, aren't you?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
I ate it twice.
Knowingly?
Twice? Knowingly, in 5 days.
That's a lot
in
of cod
Tokyo
sperm.
twice. I know, it was I ate more sperm in Tokyo than I've eaten in my entire life. And at one stage, because the first time I was like, when you really love someone, and Jamie and I have loved each other for a long time, a lot can be said with one look. And I looked at him, and he knew we was both struggling, and I did it because in Japan, it's a delicacy, and they're very proud of it. These chefs, it's their life's work, and they give it to you, and they lock eyes with you, and you eat it while you're looking at them. Anyway, the second time it came out, I looked at him, and he was like, "You did it on I'm a Celebrity, you can do it today." And I did it.
I look forward to some being served up after 2 p.m. today. You can catch Chrissie 2 to 4 weekdays right here on Nova. Thank you so much for joining us
It's
this
an
morning.
absolute pleasure. Good luck, guys.
13 24 10. Heel horror stories. Heels, stilettos. If you've stacked it wearing a pair of your nicest stilettos, I want to hear about it. 13 24 10. On the weekend, I was parading along Riversdale Road, and I had my brand new heels on. Now, the trend at the moment with heels, don't know if you guys have picked up on this, is having like strapless, like no strap on the ankle heels.
Oh, I've seen that.
Yeah. So no, yeah. It's the annoying thing that Ben does.
Oh yeah, I'm loving those right now. Yeah,
yeah.
Very
No.
very chic, very hot.
It's like it's a heel, and then it's got straps at the front that go over the front of your foot, but there's nothing securing your ankle at the back. So you could really, if you just took a step, your whole foot can slide out.
Okay.
And that's the trend at the moment. And I bought
I
a
like
beautiful
that.
pair.
They're making them more dangerous than they already are.
That's the thing. So you've really got to concentrate when you're wearing these new heels because, like I said, if you step a foot slightly wrong, your whole foot can come out. And that's exactly what happened with my brand new pair of these beautiful heels. I was walking along Riversdale Road and I was kind of going uphill. So when you're going uphill, my foot just slipped out the back.
Yeah.
Completely stacked it, fell over like the nature strip and into the gutter of Riversdale Road. Now, I'm not joking. This is like, I could have died because of my brand new lovely heels.
Well, I mean, that would be very unfortunate if you died from that. I mean, do you mean like
But
a car?
looked very
Do you mean a
fashionable.
car could hit you, or you would
Yeah,
hit?
I fell like onto the road.
Right. I'm just trying to work out how you would die a bit. Like I get you would like stack pretty bad, but like
That's a normal weekend for you, Jackson. Ending up in the gutter.
just blind
on
in
a
the gutter,
weekend.
and heels hanging off.
Well, 13, 24, 10. Heel horror stories. I feel that anyone that wears heels, you will have definitely had it. If it was in front of a huge crowd, I did it on Riversdale Road. It was packed full of traffic, and it was a show and a half.
All right, give us a buzz. 13, 24, 10. Heel horror stories.
Oh. That was very visceral.
You didn't like that?
Yeah, I do. I love whenever we can, get audio into the show. It feels good, but maybe not the femur snapping.
bone crunch.
I don't know about that one. 13, 24, 10. Heel horror stories.
Jeanette in Sassafras, what happened?
Yeah, good morning, guys. Just after a few drinks on a Friday night at work, I was running down the stairs at McDonald's after getting the cheeseburger to get home, and I think I fell down about 10 stairs in the heels, tore 3 ligaments in my ankle, and that was the evening before my netball grand final the next day.
And those tiled Macca's stairs are not forgiving.
No, not at all.
No, absolutely not.
Also, why were you on the piss before your netball grand final? That's unprofessional anyway.
Have you guys ever walked around in heels before?
No, I don't think I have. No,
I at some point would have put a pair on for sure.
Right.
For a bit of a laugh.
Yeah.
Well, that's
when his wife's away for the weekend, chuck him on, walk around the house a bit.
Okay, if you want.
Why not? Test them out. We're talking heel horror stories now. Tracy in Frankston South. What happened to you?
So essentially, I'm a bit older than you guys, and I was watching the new year coming for 2000 and got my heels stuck in a tram line in the middle of Melbourne.
Oh, God. That's not good.
And I was drunk enough to believe that I was going to die. Let's just put it this way, $50 all-you-could-drink at a club that no longer exists in the city, and, so it could have gone, my whole life flashed before my very eyes,
So, Tracy, what did happen? Did someone come and pull you out?
I got myself out.
Okay, good.
We bit MacGyver and kind of turned my heel over and did what I had to do, yanked it out. One of those situations, I think, where you just get superhuman strength because something's. I made the decision to leave the shoe if necessary.
But then if you leave the shoe, the whole tram could come off.
I don't think a shoe is going to derail a tram, Belle.
Ridiculous.
Yeah, all right. Michelle in Ringwood East, what's your heel horror story?
Just back on that. Tram drivers, Jesus, there's a heel coming up! I can't slow down in time, we're all going to die!
Good!
That's like a banana peel
not.
putting a car off the road.
No. Yeah. It's not Mario Kart. This is real life, okay? The shoe would just explode.
The video of the tram driver jamming on the brakes.
Spider-Man comes down to try and save the day. My God, ridiculous.
Yeah, righto. Michelle, what's your heel horror story?
Well, let's just say my heel-wearing days are well and truly over. I was ready to go out for an evening and walked out to the garage to go and get a bottle of wine from the fridge and went down one step, but instead of actually walking on the step, I just decided that I'd missed the step, fell down, broke both my ankles, ended up 2 weeks in hospital, plates, screws, and 3 months in a wheelchair.
Oh, Lordy. The double ankle break. It's rare.
Double ankle break.
It's very rare. hopefully your Monday's going well. Maybe you're back to school today. Hopefully you got your shoes polished up last night. It's always important.
Shoes polished and the contact on the books. You've labelled everything with your name on
Yeah,
it.
little. My mum used to like print out Liam S in little bits of paper and then get a bit of sticky tape and put it around the top. And then if you catch another kid like chewing on one of your pencils, then you just go ape.
Oh.
Excuse me, that pencil's got Liam S on it.
Oh my God, you were those kids.
What did you do, Ben?
I didn't label my pencils and pens. That's insanity.
Oh, no, we had everything labelled. You know what we did
I didn't
as a
have a pencil
tradition?
case. I used to just have. I had loose.
Yeah, mate.
I had loose pens and
I'm
pencils.
not going
in
to
my
take your
bag.
education into account. You dropped out in year 9.
Hang on, sorry. Does that mean you carried, between classes, would you just carry a bunch of pens?
It was in my bag, my backpack.
You can't carry a bag around.
Ben, your stationery was just loosely.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Did you carry your bag around with you all day?
Where would you leave your bag then?
In your
In
locker?
the bag room.
You had a bag room, a room specifically for bags?
We didn't have a locker, though. You should have a
No,
locker.
you have your bag next to you when you sit down at your desk.
No.
We'd get attention if we carried our bag around.
What do you mean?
You couldn't have your bag with you.
And then you mentioned laminating. Did you have, like, some kids, some of the nerds in school had those custom, like, laminated books?
What? Yeah, with the patterns, yeah.
Oh, my God.
Oh, don't...
That stuff's hard. That stuff's hard to do as well.
No, you know one thing that we definitely did every start of term, start of the year, we always did a little photo shoot in the yard at home. You did the same,
Belle
Liam?
did the same
There
thing.
was always the photo shoot of, okay, we're going to get you solo photo. Mum would take a few photos on the camera. All right, now
Get
get
the
your brother
siblings in.
Yeah.
Hang on, you don't mean, like, your school photos?
No. Just in the front yard before we left for school, it would be, all right, photo shoot, quick photos. Of
We
just
had
like,
the step, so we'd stand on the step, and then it's like, oh, you're at the big school now, so you get to wear a blue jumper, and you're like, get a photo with your hat on, like your new uniform. Like,
we used to do, my mum would go, all right, one with the blazer, now one without the blazer, one with the jumper, socks up, socks
Ben was
down.
just sitting there before the bus, giving himself frosties.
Literally, that's what we did. Literally, the bus stop was out the front of my house, and there was ants' nests, and we used to put firecrackers in there, and we used to give each other frosties.
with his loose stationery.
What's trending?
Trending all over the internet.
Twitter. Instagram.
Welcome to Facebook.
Well, get comfy on the couch tonight because Survivor, Maths and Australian Idol all begin. We just had the wrap-up of The Bachelor, which, kind of... Well,
They wrapped that up early, I feel.
Yeah.
I feel like the batch was ready for a big one, and they're like, oh, I don't
So-
know if many people watching this and just sped it up.
Yeah, so they wrapped that up. That's done. Now Channel 10 is kicking off with Survivor, Heroes vs. Villains, which I know, Ben, you're a fan of Survivor.
No, I was saying I've never watched Survivor before, but I like the idea of the show, so I might give it a chance.
Okay, well, I'm definitely going to be tuning into Australian Idol. It's the brand new season. It's got Kyle Sandilands, Amy Shark, Megan Trainor, Harry Connick Jr. as our judges, and it's said to be going back to the old school ways of travelling around and getting those awkward auditions from people.
I don't know. I mean, there's no Marsha this time around. That's kind of deterred me. I don't think you're going to have, your Dickos and your Mark Holdings like just crushing kids' dreams. Everyone's, back in the day, it was pretty brutal. The people that they would put on, which they are obviously not going to get through. I don't know if they'll do that.
And they could say things like, "You're going nowhere in life. You're terrible.
You look
Why
fat
do you?"
up there.
Yeah, totally. You can't do that now. So it will be interesting. But that's why I'm pretty curious. And Katy Perry has revealed that she regrets turning down working with Billie Eilish a few years ago.
So you're a tough guy, like you really rough guy. Just can't get enough.
Obviously, Katy Perry's been in the game for a fair few years now, whereas Billie Eilish is, only a few years she's been around. And it is said that Katy Perry got offered to work with Billie Eilish. She got an email saying, hey, there's this new girl, she's up and coming, do you want to collab with her? Katy Perry looked at it and said, quote, she looks pretty boring and she's just a basic blonde girl.
Wow.
Not for me.
Okay. I wonder if Billy would throw Katie a bone now. Not a chance in hell, right?
No way.
She's calling her like, remember me? I did Dark Horse. I did California Girls. You reckon we could do a song together?
And finally, a story that won't spark joy. You may remember when we were all idolising Marie Kondo and tidying our houses after her show on Netflix. Well, now she has admitted that she's given up and her house is messy.
I love that. That's so funny. Well, she's got 3 kids, right?
Yeah, so it follows the birth of her 3rd son, and she's now just gone, you know what, my house is messy, I'm done.
I'm keen to see that moment, Marie Kondo. You're like, you know what, F it. And she just lights up a durry with a... yeah, throw pizza on the wall, you little shit. See if I care. Whatever. I'm tired of cleaning up after all your crap. After almost 2 months, the kids are back at school. Nicole from Murrumbina, did you just drop the kids off?
I certainly did just drop the kids off.
How many kids have you got, Nicole?
I've got 2.
Oh, and I bet you love them, but you're pretty stoked they're back at school, right?
Yeah, and my youngest has just started high school,
Oh,
so
nice.
they're off to school together, back
Hey,
together.
Well, soon they'll all be out of the nest. Anyway, we've got a Chardy Mums pack for you, Nicole. What do you got planned for today?
I'm about to go and have a coffee with a girlfriend.
Oh, stop it. Well, maybe you guys can go through the pack together. We got Chardy, naturally. You've got an Endota Spa voucher. Treat yourself. Get a bit of a rub down.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I've been looking forward to.
Good. Well, maybe you can do that and relax before you come home and open your Blu-ray copy of The Ugly Truth, starring
the coffee, yeah.
Gerard Butler, Swoon, and Katherine Heigl.
What?
Oh, it's a rom-com. Mums love that movie.
Clearly Liam's put this back together.
Rebecca joins us now in Chelsea. Good morning, Rebecca. How many kids you got?
Good morning, guys. I've got 3 babies.
3. That's a lot of kids. And I mean...
Too many.
Surely you're sort of at your wit's end at this point of the year, right?
Oh, very glad that they're all back at school.
I mean, love them.
You.
Love them, of course, but you're just glad they're gone.
How old are they, Beck?
I've got 7, 6, and 2.
Oh, jeez, get your hands full. Well,
Yeah.
make sure the 2-year-old's got its eyes closed, but The Ugly Truth, will that be getting a run on your DVD player tonight?
Yeah, 100%.
Cool. It's a
Can
good
we
one.
just give different movies?
Oh,
maybe?
there's also,
Ones that-
you've got a bath bomb in there, $20 to
Beautiful.
spend at dusk. Yeah, cool.
Nice. And a
Nice.
Chardy.
Oh, and a Chardy, yeah, enjoy.
Are you able to give me the premise of that movie?
I think it's so Katherine Heigl is this woman, and I think she works in sort of TV. And there's this big guy, Gerard Butler, who works on this show called The Ugly Truth, and it's all about men, and they think with their dongs, and and she calls up and she's like, "You're gross," and they fall in love.
Of course they do.
So you have seen it?
Yeah, it's a great movie. Joanna from Melton, have you seen The Ugly Truth?
Hello, no, I haven't.
Oh, well, you're in
Joanna,
luck.
I think Liam's the only person in the world
No,
who's watched this film.
you've got it on DVD now. It came out in 2009.
you.
I'm pretty sure it's like a Judd Apatow movie. Like, I think it's, it got... I can look up the ratings if you want.
Can't we do like The Notebook or...
No, didn't have it. Didn't have it in stock.
Didn't have it on
Who
Blu-ray.
did Video Easy didn't have it. Who are you
The Ugly
buying
Truth.
this from?
Well, Joanna-
it's got a 6.4 on IMDb, so that's not too bad.
Yeah.
14 on Rotten Tomato, but we won't look at that.
Well, Joanna, you've got The Ugly Truth in your Chardy Mum pack.
You've also got a Natio skin pack. How does that sound?
Thank you. Anything is amazing.
Well, enjoy. You're not going to work now, are you?
I'm at work.
Oh, that sucks. Well, take the day off. I mean, treat yourself. The kids are back at school. Go home. Watch the film I've been trying to push on everyone.
For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcasts.com.au.